Hello, so we're moving on to part 9. But before we move into the next chapter, which is the Melchizedek order, I just wanted to read again the Archangel Michael message that came through last part 8, because he was just so powerful. I could really feel that energy coming in, and I know that other people that have been watching have been feeling. I thought it was just a nice place to start, just to remind ourselves of that message. So Archangel Michael speaks, the time has come. Those who made a vow many years ago in the Emerald City are fully aligned and awakened. The sacred portal was sealed off when the grids of your solar sector became unbalanced. The 13th portal acts as a supergate. It connects directly to Source and to every sun within the universe. The galaxies are the main organs inside the universal body. The lights are the planets and the stars. Every human was this and is this form. The time has come where the balance is being restored. The great cosmic alignment of the bifurcation process has started. The fork in the road time has formed. The light warriors of the now, time and space are called to keep your pearl portal open. Allow the pearl drops to flow through you and into the grid of earth. Hold the light. Hold the light. Hold the light. Be the light. Stand in your light. And I'll just add again, stand in your truth. Stand in your integrity. Integrity is so important. You know, someone commented on my video from part 8, and it was a beautiful comment, and I'm so grateful for you if you're watching this. You know who you are. A few comments actually, but from Ireland, and she asked me a couple of questions, and a couple of questions I didn't know the answer to those questions. And there's like a part of me, a programmed part, that feels like it's got to know everything, got to have all the answers. And I thought to myself, I don't know the answers to these questions. How am I going to answer this comment? And instantly I instantly knew how I'm going to answer it. I'm just going to answer it with honesty and with integrity. And this is how we move through this time that we are in. We are going to be challenged on this path as we hold the light, hold the light, hold the light. People are going to want to knock us off that path from the light. But how do we hold that light? How do we do it with ease? How do we do it with grace? We do it by standing in our integrity, just by being honest, by being open, by being vulnerable, and just standing in our integrity. So I'm so grateful for that comment for many, many different reasons. So by staying in this light warrior pose, you are warrior pose? Sorry, I'll go back and say that again. I'm going into yoga here. That is a pose in yoga. By staying in this light warrior pose, you are using your pearl essence chestplate armor to anchor the light of my sword. This is what you signed up to do. Once this has occurred, the super gate will come back online, allowing the organic diamond pillars of light to flow inward and outward of earth again. So I'm going to leave it there, but I just wanted to read that again because it feels good, and I know that you will enjoy receiving that message again. So we're now on to the Melchizedek mandate, and that is you are, and I go and I hope that's how you pronounce it. It sounds weird to me, but apologies if I'm butchering that. Under the office of Christ upon your universal structure is the Melchizedek mandate. In the angelic vibration, is the code of your sphere Earth. Melchizedek in the angelic vibration means one. This mandate is to see that under divine will the organic blueprint of is fulfilled. Under this mandate, led by the vibration of Archangel Michael, are the elect volunteers of the 144, sent with the directive of healing the blueprint of This current work project lasts upon your plane for a total of 144,000 Earth linear years. During this project, the elect forces have been assisting in healing timelines and removing viruses from the organic program. Each project holds 4 stages upon which each stage a new root race advances. However, during the implementation of root race 4, there was a major timeline infiltration. This infiltration has caused confusion among your plane and within the records. We wish to speak briefly about what is termed Akashic records. Akasha is a labelling for the etheric body of your sphere where a storing of all occurrences is housed. However, there are many layers. When one is accessing the records of Earth, they must be fully balanced and have control over their mortal minds. The vibration of the level of records one gains access to always matches that of their own. One must be able to pass through the layer of records which hold illusions on infiltrated timelines. This is interesting, right? Because when I had an Akashic Records reading, it was in May. It was the first one that I'd had. And one thing that did come up was a false record that was within that had been placed into my body to harm me in ways, hold me back in ways, and this was a false record that was healed and dissolved. So, obviously we know that we're on this timeline in this planet, and that is not an organic timeline, it's an infiltrated timeline, and part of what we're doing by holding light is anchoring back in that organic timeline, and it's really asking us to really, do our work, heal those illusions in order for us to be able to discern what is organic and what is not organic, because a lot of that infiltration is this false light. At first it appears as light, but when you feel into the energetics of it, it's not light, it's the opposite of light. But that takes work on the self, discernment within the self to just reconnect back to that truth. But we're all energetic, we are energy. Everything is energy, and we are energy, and it's our innate ability to read truth and to pick it up in our body as we cleanse our systems out and do our work, as we pull in that light, right, into the body. And actually, I've been reading, I've actually literally bought all of Zanita's books now because they're just so activating. There's just so many stuff that's in these books that has been coming into my consciousness the last few years. So it's either grounding it in on a deeper level, or it's giving me a new perspective. There's just so much activations going on. So I'm just like consuming these books right now. And one of quite a few of the books, there's a message that runs through a lot of the books about breath work. When I do my meditations with clients, when I do hypnotic meditations, I always start with breath work. We're always starting with the conscious breath, because it really does connect us into the here and now. It connects us to our presence. It's a portal, it's a gateway into ourselves. But it reminded me, I've been getting this message maybe about 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Like I say, I have no idea with time right now, and we all start to experience in time change and expanding, and I've no idea when, but it's the last few weeks or so, and I've been getting a message to do a separate breathwork practice, and I've kind of just been like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and not doing it, and after just reading the messages in a few of these books, it really hit home. Yes, the importance of just doing some breathwork practices, and how that's really helps the body to integrate, to expand, to hold more light. And I did one yesterday and it felt so good, and I've done it again today and it felt so good. So hopefully that encourages you to do the same as well. So since humanity is at the bridge of 4D in the waiting halls, one can see into multiple inorganic and organic timelines. Actually, I'm just going to go back because I'm not sure if I missed out some of this. Oh no, I didn't. Right, sorry. Rewind. One must be able to pass through the layers of records which hold illusions of infiltrated timelines. These records hold information that align with beliefs created along the inorganic blueprints, as well as events that never truly occurred. Right? Whoa. Since humanity is at the bridge of 4D in the waiting halls, one can see into multiple inorganic and organic timelines. This is a stage where many threads of time that once were severed are being mended back together to be able to pass through the eye of the needle. Therefore, we press for all to focus on being in the now. Yeah, and that's what conscious breathing does, right? a breathing practice, it brings, you know, not only does it heal the body, but it brings us back into the now. Yes, it is helpful at times to know of other timelines in order to gain deeper understanding of yourself and your life's purpose. However, we suggest not to place too much emphasis on those individual timelines, but instead on the overall mission at hand. You are a multi-dimensional being existing as a human expression of the God source. And that was a message I got when I was doing the Akasha as well, because I was interested in certain past, or one could say past, but I guess it's all happening right now, so it's not really the past, but certain information. And my own higher self was just like, and I'd also noticed that when I go into meditation that my left eye was being massively worked on, so I'd asked about that, and the message was, because your eyes open all over the place and we're closing it down in certain dimensions because you need to focus just right here, all of your energy here and now in this timeline. It's all about this timeline now. It's all about us holding the light now and anchoring that in right now. It doesn't matter about these past timelines per se. It's not that we can't plug in to those gifts and talents, and as we start to embody our higher self, but it's about focusing on this mission right now. So I love that is the message that's coming through there, because that was definitely the message that I got as well. Therefore, we press for all of you to focus on being in the now. Yes, it's helpful at times to know the timelines in order to gain deeper understanding of yourself and your life's purpose. However, we suggest not to place too much emphasis on those individual timelines. Because you are who you are right now. But instead on the overall mission at hand. You are a multi-dimensional being existing as a human expression of the God source, the 7 root races. Within the entire planetary program of Earth exists 7 root races. In the organic blueprint, Earth is programmed into 3 experimental programs, one of 7D, one of 5D, and one of 3D. It was during the 5D launch when the Hyperborean era started to exist in both the higher and lower heavens of Earth. So I don't know that much about Hyperborean, so I'm really excited to learn more about that, because that has been coming to my consciousness, but I've not really got much information on that. So I know that I've heard it mentioned in another book, so I'm excited about remembering, reactivating that knowledge and that wisdom. Root races, Hyperborean era started that existed in both the higher and lower heavens of Earth. This causes confusion in your history books. Though remains in some ancient legends, root races 3 and 4 were created as the mother and father temple expressions. Next was the sun template, known as the era of masculine rising. The stage now entered among your plane is the daughter template. Hence why feminine rising is ringing within the unity consciousness. This is causing deep wounds to rise in the masculine incarnates. These wounds stem from the timeline of the mother template. During the mother template, the masculine incarnates did not become oracles or divine teachers. Excuse me, something's going in my eye. Until the infiltration of this template started. The sphere known as Venus was once one with Earth prior to this timeline. Therefore, many who were incarnated during the Mother-Father templates are here now to help anchor the Venus flame. The Melchizedek mandate sees to it that each root race template is anchored according to the divine blueprint. When root race 7 is implemented, all races become as one and go into the portal located in the center of Pearl Code 7 to create the next program. The 4 root races of Mother, Father, Son and Daughter merging as one unity is represented by the 5-pointed star in ancient days. Root race 1, Solarians, 7D Earth. Root race 2, Hyperboreans, 5D Earth, as the split occurred. Root race 4, Mu, Mother template. That was root race 3. Interesting that I said 4 there. Root race 3, Mu, Mother template. Root race 4, Atlan, Father template. Root race 5, Aryan, Son template. Root race 6, Mukana, Daughter template. Root race 7, Unaka, Unity template, which is the 0 point. And it says the Mukana, Daughter template, the root race 6, it's saying December 21st, 2012. Project 144,000 years. Stage 36,000. Age 3,000. The project for 3D Earth is 144,000 years. The program houses 4 stages. Each stage holds 12 ages. Time does not work the same in the higher planes. Thus, the prior root races and templates can be confusing in the 3D plane of existence. As you start to anchor more among the 4D bridge, more memories will surface and more ancient structures will surface. What is happening is the layers of the planetary body is merging and other planes are overlapping, as well as timelines are converging. And I'm just going to show you that diagram there of Metatron's cube. From a sun, 12 planets are always birthed. From every galactic sun, 12 galaxies are birthed. From a monad, 12 higher selves are birthed. From a higher self, 12 lower aspects are birthed. When you look upon Metatron's cube, you see 13 circles. The center represents the sun from which the other 12 were birthed and will ascend into. Everything contracts and expands. When they merge back into the center circle sun, they become one with Metatron, the universal mind. At a planetary level, this is happening. Earth is merging back into Venus. The first merging you do on an individual level at this now time is to merge with your Venusian self. There are 12 aspects of yourself that need to merge as one before ascending into your pearl essence. The 12 planets within your solar system will also do this before merging as one again with the sun. These 12 aspects of yourself are seen as archetypes. This is what was represented as the 12 disciples or the 12 knights of the round table in the original teachings. It merely meant the 12 archetypes of who you are. Those 12 layers of the rainbow ribbon laced as the pearl. The 12 energy centers needed to merge before you are married to your Christ self, the sun of your own soul spark. When the 12 aspects come back into the 13th, it creates wholeness. The number 13 is sacred to the divine feminine because from it comes the birthing of the 12 aspects in every creation. It is also associated with death. Death represents the transition back into wholeness. 13 is the birthing of all of creation. Within your energy centers, the 13th is connected to the cosmic waters of creation. It is attached to your higher Christos heart. Once you have ignited all 12 energy centers appointed by Archangel Seraphim and Archangel Metatron, the next step is anchoring your higher Christos heart. Within this holds the 144 petals of the blue cosmic rose of the Divine Mother. Each petal is a representative of the 144 DNA strands of rainbow ribbons laced with each soul spark, a mere reflection of us, the 144. Then it says the eagle and the rose. The master architecture is source, the source you have, Shanika. Sorry, sometimes I can say that word and sometimes I can't. The rose, the divine feminine, housing blue. Then you have the eagle, the divine masculine, meaning sweet spirit, housing the colour white. From Shanika, you have the Melchizedeks, who are the lords and ladies of the universal flame. Overseeing this universal program, from them come the high priests and the high priestesses of the celestial orders. They come to teach divine wisdom to the chosen ones, the shepherds. They are the guardians of the blueprints and codes, the very tools given to the teachers of the light, the shepherds. These tools are the shepherd's rods, the staff. The rod is used to protect the sheep while the staff leads them. The Metatrons always work with the Melchizedeks because they are the eternal builders. The Metatrons take these blueprints given to them from the Melchizedeks to create material worlds. From the Metatrons come the teachers. These teachers come to help show the people during ascension how to build. In the higher realms, when we speak, it is of light and sound, forming numeric coded structures. These codes then form what you know as sacred geometries. When you say Metatron, it is as if saying 1 1 2 3 4. And from this, geometric light forms known as light language is birthed. When these enter one's energetic field, they then can decode them into information. This information is divine wisdom whispered down from the higher realms of creation. This can also be interpreted by sound. When one feels the codes, they sing the vibration, which in turn causes the entire essence of the listener to be activated. During the time of ascension, angelic templates are anchored within the inner planes of a planetary sphere. The ascended master templates will become anchored upon the surface planes. Archangel Seraphim oversees the temple of transformation, as well as the activation of the 12th energy center. Archangel Seraphim now wishes to speak. Mahata. What I teach as part of the 144 is my diamond temple, is transformation. My angel number is 11, for this represents balance and union, the key to transformation, the balance of all colours, all sounds and all vibrations held within and without of thyself, becoming unified just like the rainbow. My symbol, Vaya, and it's Vaya, Vaya, means strength and power. When you look at it, it looks like a strong word, right? Means strength and power. Strength pours out of your soul when you achieve transformation. You will then claim back your power. Vaya is inside every soul spark, waiting for thee to shine thy heart's diamond light. As a soul progresses in its very own evolutions, its goal is to become a diamond, for a diamond is the hardest gem. A hardness of 10, wholeness, completion. When we see a soul's heart is diamond, it means they are pure and have achieved mastery. They are at the master level, 10. Levels of mastery, 3, malachite, 4, merging stage initiation, 5, lapis lazuli, 6, moonstone, opal, 7, citrine or amethyst, 8, aquamarine or emerald, 9, ruby or sapphire, 10, diamond. Within the temple of transformation is a rainbow arc. As one passes under each vibrational tone of creation, they then incarnate to experience this frequency. One incarnates upon the 72 negative vibrational expressions as well as the 72 positive vibrational expressions that exist as the 144 rays of creation. You know, I kind of do say this to people as well, like, you know, don't think we've always played the goodie. You know, we will have played the baddie as well. Because, you know, we are creative beings and we want to experience creation. We want to grow and expand through different perspectives. This is the deeper understanding of why Earth is a school. It is the schooling of the universe. True masters come here to expand and grow, to become a creator of worlds themselves. To be a successful creator of worlds, one must gain wisdom and understanding of the programs. One must graduate from the temple of transformation with the tools needed to build. And I actually heard a metaphor which I think also helps us to understand that, right? Let's say you had a restaurant and you said to people that you were a expert in food, but all you'd ever eaten was steak. So for 1,000 years, all you ate was steak. Then you're not going to be an expert at food, right? And it's the same with creation. If we've only ever played one role, then how can we actually say that we are creative beings? How can we really embody that? We can't. And that's why we have to experience the whole spectrum. And that is one of the beauties of Earth, right? That we've got access to this whole spectrum of creation, this huge spectrum of emotions and perspectives that we can play in to learn, grow and expand, to refine that diamond. And also what came to me, I was walking the other day, and I just got this vision, and I was like, imagine if everything was just red, and there was nothing else but, all walls were red, skin was red, we all wore red, we all sang the tone that was red. It would be weird. We'd start to feel insane. We need to have that. We're blessed to have this spectrum of variety, of choice, of contrast, so that we can really learn and grow in new ways. But really, it's all the same source, right? It's energy expressing itself in different forms. It's consciousness. It's the creator. All the caretakers, guardians, are from the 10th dimension or higher, therefore created with a diamond heart and spirit. Their spirit is fluid energy light, creating the pearlescent appearance, housing a diamond heart, causing one innately to cast through them diamond codes. The second they incarnate, they disperse these codes into the collective consciousness. Part of their mission is to feed the meridian system during their, and it says in brackets, the sphere, time of transformation. This is why the 144 incarnate at these ages of the transformational cycles. The Divine Mother's caretakers are guardians of the pearls. Pearls are the entire essence of source. Pearls on earth in their perfection are a sphere. So are the guardians, Seraphim, in their organic, natural state, a seraphrical pearl of fire. The fire opals, the dragon eyes of the omniverse. Next time thou sees a rainbow, think of me, Archangel Seraphina, blowing an angelic bubble upon your plane to remind thee of who they truly are. And then there's just another little quote here. The butterfly represents transformation. For one goes into the chrysalis as a caterpillar, trapped until it grows its wings. It then beats and beats its wings inside the chrysalis until, boom, it breaks free. Just like in nature, if one from the outside tries to break free the butterfly, it will die. Just as one's transformation, you must break free on your own, for this is the organic flow. Yeah, I use that a lot as well with my clients. We use the journey that the caterpillar to the butterfly to becomes, in order for us to see our own nature being reflected, because nature, we are nature, right? So everything's being reflected right back to us, so we can understand how, with this caterpillar crawling around on the floor, as we come into this reality and we've forgotten who we are, and we're just bumping around, right? And we're having these experiences, and we don't have that higher vantage point, but it's not, it's still be learning and growing in new ways. And as we're starting to grow as that caterpillar, the caterpillar, it sheds its skins up to 5 times before it actually gets to the point where it's in the chrysalis and it's starting to go into its metamorphosis, and it's starting to transform its body. But up to that point, it's already getting to points where it gets to the skins get too tight, and those are our belief systems. They start to get too tight for us as we go through certain initiations, certain experience, and we have to let go of those skins. And as the caterpillar is letting go of that outside skin, it's literally shedding its outside skin. It's already growing a new skin underneath, and that must be a little bit of an uncomfortable process, right? And that's the same for us when we're going through these initiation points where our belief systems are getting too tight for us, and we're starting to, they're starting to cause chaos in our lives, right? And they do that. We might call it the tower moment. I see that as the tower moment in the tarot, where everything that's been built on a shaky belief, shaky foundations, not on truth, just comes crumbling down. That happened for me in 2020 when I was being activated to a new level, and I knew what something was I knew that it was a lie that was going on before I saw any information, before I got any evidence. I just knew it in my whole of my body. And as I started to then be brought into my awareness, what was really going on about this this infiltration, this control system, and all of my beliefs were being shattered, and it was a painful experience, and I was disorientated. I'd built my life around it. I'd created stability around it. Everything was being shaken. And I went through a massive emotional roller coaster. I felt angry, I felt upset, there's just so many emotions. But that was me just having to take off, having to grow this new skin. And through that initiation, I grew a new skin, and that skin was so much more authentic. I was letting go of the false skins. I was transforming. I was going through my metamorphosis. So we start to shed our skins, our belief systems, and then we have that point where we literally letting go of everything. We literally, we're upgrading. We're bringing in that light. We're bringing in truth. We're connecting back to the true, authentic soul self, and the body's literally being rearranged inside. I can feel it when I'm going through these upgrades. What's going on in my body, I can literally feel my body liquidizing inside, and it reminds me of the caterpillar when it's in that cocoon stage. And that's why I also say as well to my clients, when we're going through these transformations, these metamorphoses, these crystalline processes, that it requires a lot of energy to transform like that, and we must allow ourselves time to be in solitude, to be in that cocoon, to rest, to give the body what it needs, so that then we can come out with our wings, and we can start to open our wings and start to fly, and start to move up. And now we're flying. Now we're in the sky. Now we're in a whole new dimension. We have, one would say the caterpillar now is the butterfly. It's expanded its consciousness, and it sees from a higher perspective. And it's not that perspective wasn't there, didn't exist. It just didn't have the bandwidth, the frequency to be able to tune in and experience that. But now it does. And that's like us, as we are ascending in our consciousness. We're starting to expand our consciousness, and we're starting to receive and plug into information that we couldn't receive or plug into prior to that. So I love that she's using the butterfly, but also what she's saying as well is that we can't do that for somebody else. Like when I work with my clients, and it's a healing process, and of course I am providing all of these tools and these metaphors and these hypnotic transmissions and things to help the client, but it's up to them to step into it. They have to do the work. They have to do the meditations. They have to observe their lives. They have to plug into the heart and use courage to make changes, to follow that light, to really start anchoring that light in. So I can open the door, but they're the ones that has to walk through the door, and they do. I am absolutely blessed. The clients that I work with actually blow me away most of the time, because they're so committed and they're so devoted to their own journey, and because of that they're experiencing more and more transformation on this path. So I think that's lovely, and I'm gonna leave it there for today, and I will see you on the next one.